That's what I want. They say the best things in life are free, but you can give them to the birds and to the bees. I want money. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want. Hello, people. Good evening. Good evening. Are y'all in here? I don't see you. There you are. How your first name? Kelly Hans. Let me tell you my drama as people come in. My drama for today was I went to get an MRI at this new facility, new hospital testing site. And when I got back, I could not find my phone, right? I said, well, damn, I must have had the phone with me. I remember listening to it on the way home. Where's my damn phone? And so I called from my house phone to my cell phone. Okay, to ring. And it wouldn't ring. I said, what the hell is going on here, man? I lost my goddamn, I must have lost it on a bus. There's a bus that you can't take it. Our trains are still not working. So I had to take a city bus. You know, I don't own a vehicle. I took a city bus and I took it. I said, well, I remember listening to YouTube on the bus. So how in the hell I don't have my phone? So I figured, well, okay, I must have, as I was getting up, I must have dropped my phone out of my pocket or had it on the seat and left my damn phone on the bus. So I went and charged up my old phone, which was the one I had before this, figuring, okay, I'll go down to this place and I'll have them transfer my service back to my old phone, right? So as I was preparing to go and get the number for the place where I get my phone service, yes, Metro PCS, my faithful, I'll never leave them. I jumped in the bed to go into to check out get their number, see if I can get the service changed back over, right? And my elbow hit my damn phone. So I'm just telling you the story. Oh, y'all already in, okay? So the issue was when you go into a hospital, apparently, you lose service, right? They don't want your phone ringing in the hospital. So apparently, when it clicked off, where I couldn't use, I guess it's a dead area or something. I couldn't use the phone in the hospital, right? And it didn't go back on. So my phone wouldn't ring. I had to go back and and adjust the ringer again. Anyway, long story short, I did find my other phone. I did find my original phone. I don't have to go and get the other one. Thank God, because I was only moments away from leaving to go and reactivate the other phone, which would have deactivated this phone. And then I would have came home and I would have got on my bed and my elbow would have hit the damn phone. And I would realize, oh shit, now I done switched the service back over. So what do I do now? Do I go switch this service back over? Girl, please. Hey, people. Thanks for the super chat. For the Cash App, RJ Supreme. That was one of the big things too. I couldn't get my Cash App. I couldn't get to it because you got to get to it to your phone. Okay, people, I'm here to talk about a specific thing. Now, please don't think I'm going to turn this situation. I know my last several videos have been on the subject of Mr. Kevin Samuels, and I guess he's just the flavor of the week, not the month, the week, because I've just become interested in that story. But today, what I ran into was yesterday's. This all started when a woman named Karen, a real Karen, that was her actual birth name, called into the Breakfast Club, and they were asking who would get the donkey of the day for today. And she said she wanted to give it to Kevin Samuels for many of the same reasons I've expressed here in the last few days. Right? Donkey of the day for his way he treats women and so forth. Right? So D.J.Envy, he chimed right in on that. He called this man. He said he was lame, and he said that this is questionable. D.J.Envy. He said he was lame, and he said that he saw him outside of the Hermes store. I think it's pronounced Hermes. I've never been in that store, but I get the impression it's a very expensive store from what I've gathered through the years. Anyway, Hermes. People, if I don't spell this right in my caption, just let me know, please. So I won't be looking like a fool. Anyway, he said he saw him outside the store, all dressed up in his suit, trying to get customers to come out of the store, right? for his his consulting. And so I said, okay, is this dude going to go and respond to this? Because apparently Kevin Samuels has stated that he don't beef. Ain't no back and forth. I'm not building up your channel. I have my own thing to do, right? But so when I went over there to check on his channel, so I guess all this bullshit is working because a week ago I didn't even know who that was. So now I'm checking on his channel. Why am I doing that? Anyway, he opens up his page with, he's got all of these boxes, right? I mean, jewelry boxes and Hermes bags and Hermes boxes, Hermes shoe boxes, and those bags that the Coach bags kind of come in, those kind of boxes. And then he's got all these stacks of boxes of all this jewelry from Hermes with the labels on it. I guess this is the label queen. We have to say it, honey. Now, he might take offense at the word queen, so we'll just say he's a label person, because who is spending this kind of money at Hermes? But you have to take it in context. Okay, so this is his way of responding to D.J.Envy. D.J.Envy suggested that this is a street urchin who's out here trying to get clients out of Hermes. I don't know if, because he says that defamation is a real thing. So he's saying that D.J.Envy is defaming him by saying that he's peddling his wares outside of the store, right? Now, I don't know. D.J.Envy said he saw this with his own eyes, and he says that the salesperson who he usually deals with, his sales representative, said, D.J.Envy said, "That's him, isn't it the guy from YouTube?" And the salesperson reassured him that yes, that's him. That's the guy right there. So we don't know. But Kevin Samuel apparently is insisting, although he didn't say it plainly, that was not him. He was not peddling his wares outside on the sidewalk, right? But is it possible? Is there a possibility that he was in the store shopping, and in front of the store he encountered someone and he passed that person his card? I don't know that that's necessarily a read, honey. Now, it might have appeared to D.J.Envy that he was out there, soliciting people, but it could have been as simple as he ran into somebody, they were talking, he gave him his card, right? That could happen anywhere. No matter how rich you are, no matter how poor you are, most people who are in any kind of business have a business card, particularly that kind of business, right? So they both could be telling the truth. I guess Envy, I thought he lived in New York. I guess he said he saw him in Atlanta, though. I mean, I guess they're both well-traveled. So it could happen. But this guy, Samuel, something else. He said he don't beef, but I guess he felt slighted with this. He says defamation is real. Okay. And he suggested that Envy get his glasses fixed. So we asking you, Envy, why did you say these things? Are you resentful of this dude? Why would you go out there and say this man? You're acting like he's a street urchin, right? So what else did it? Did I write anything else down? Envy said, y'all can see it. It's all over the internet right now. So this is the flavor of the week. This guy, Samuel, he really is birded up the airways recently, right? But why is this man spending all this money on these damn bracelets? He had belt buckles. He was shining his belt buckles from Hermes, right? They had the big Hermes emblem on them. He was shining each one of them up. He has them in gold. He has them in silver. He has them in stainless, and he lands them all up on there, right? And then he takes the one that he got. Oh, I just picked this one up, and he puts the gold one up to the window, right? So this man has got boxes and boxes and boxes of Hermes. Now, I don't know why he would be out in front of the store peddling like that. That is not the way people do business, generally speaking. But as I said, it could easily happen that he could have passed his card to somebody. What do you guys think? Hi, people. No, I promise you, I'm not going to turn this into another dead person. I won't be on here every day talking about this dude. But he seems to be the flavor of the week, buddy. He does have his labels, so I guess that kind of stuff is very important to him. But if he's making his living as an image consultant, I guess that kind of stuff would be very important. I mean, I've never been a person who believes that blue jeans should cost $200. I never accepted it. No matter how much money you make, there's not that much fabric. But people who are into these labels, and he certainly was, because most of the items he was presenting, the bracelets, and then he had like 5 different bracelets of the same bracelet. So are they giving them to this for promotion? What I would say to you, Kevin Samuels, is you need to get a sponsorship. If you're going to be showing all these labels and showing these people all these, then and you have damn near 1 million people watching you, you might be able to work a deal then where they will just give you stuff. And maybe he's already done that. I haven't watched him long enough to know, what his show's about. But he could easily get a sponsorship. And even if they didn't pay him to show their products, they would certainly start giving him stuff, right? And since he likes that stuff so much, I mean, who in the hell needs 4 different belt buckles with different colors? I guess they got to be color coordinated. I hate to see this man's sock drawer, honey. Each one have to have a different. They all got to match the outfit, the shoes and things. Mm-hmm. But he's talking to a lot. Maybe women, they appreciate that kind of stuff because women are much more into that kind of thing than men are, I believe. Usually, women are much more into fashion, clothing, stuff like that. That man must have brought out about 20 different boxes, honey. All these different silk drape packaging. What do you call those little pouches? I mean, god damn, he had rings and bracelets and beagles and necklaces and shoes, everything. So I guess what he was saying to D.J.Envy is, I don't peddle on the street. Excuse me. When I go to Hermes, I go to buy. And that's what I was doing on the day you saw me. Did you notice how many shopping bags I had? No. You saw me hand somebody a card. And you're going to defame. Hi, Edgy. Thank you. I just want to help a little. Thank you, brother. Thank you for super chat. Y'all feel free. My super chat is up and running. I said, oh my God, how am I going to access? We're so tied into these damn machines now. I was in a real panic because I didn't have a phone for 10 minutes. You know how you feel when your computer goes out? Oh my God. What did we do before we had computers and cell phones and all this stuff? Mm-hmm. Personal shopper? Oh. Well, he could possibly be. I mean, those things are kind of close to together, right? Your image consultant and a personal shopper, are those basically the same thing? I would think sort of. They're in the same class, certainly. So it's not strange that if somebody's seen him online or whatever, just ask him for his card. I guess he does consultations. I'm not sure where he's getting all his money from, because on Tasha K last night, he was saying that he didn't sell stuff on his show. And he wasn't overtly, I don't know, he didn't want people to think that he was on here selling them stuff. Although Tasha K would say, oh, excuse me, wait a minute, get that money. So he's getting paid in some way. Google, I'm sure he's making a good living just from Google by itself, right? And with a couple of commercials in there, kind of thing. But since he's riding this highway right now, he could easily have sponsorships and there's so much in fashion, and just go in there because he had the cologne out. He even bought out the Baccarat crystal to drink his Red Bull out of. Where do you keep all that stuff at, Kevin Samuels? I'm sure you have the beautiful. What do you do? You got a 2 or 3 bedroom condo, and then you've turned a bedroom into a closet. That wouldn't surprise me, more than likely. So he's very much into this clothing, images, and labels. Labels, I mean, there's such a tremendous markup on labels, people. If you want to buy something that looks nice, when you put a label on it, you put Hermes label on it, the damn thing jumps from being worth $50 to now it's worth $300 because of the damn label. So I guess if he can afford that, he enjoys shopping that much. but he wanted to make it clear to this D.J.Envy. I don't know who the hell you are or what you do at Hermes. And what were you doing in there anyway? Don't you wear baseball shirts and baseball hats? Lord have mercy. So some people are going to wonder, excuse me, Envy, how did you get that name? I mean, your name is Envy, right? Who called you Envy? Why do they call you Envy? He also mentioned the sunglasses. And he had a big portrait of the sunglasses on the easel behind him. Oh, God. I remember the days of the Jordache jeans and all that stuff. I have never been one of these label people, though. I just haven't been. There was a time when I used to dress real nice. As I said, I worked in the department stores and later in designer shops. And so you always want to look good and things like that. But not the label. I mean, nice things. My look was a Brooks Brothers look. So I always had on blazers with sweaters and, you know, all this stuff. But I really don't get it. This man had 5 buckles, all different colors. That makes it seem like maybe they have given them these things to promote or something. Because why would that be necessary? But it's so he got all the bags, all the purses, all the everything, honey. I don't know. He getting it from his sugar daddy. L. Behave yourself, L. He get it from his sugar daddies. Oh, Lord, have mercy. He spends his money. That's the way he spends his money. I find it wasteful myself. But if you're going to be in that business, he may be getting it all for free. You know, if that's been his business, is he's been dressing people and so forth. If he's a personal shopper or even on his on his videos. I just don't have the patience to go watching somebody's old videos, though. I mean, the current story is interesting, but he always wants everybody to go and study him before they give an opinion on him. No, they're going to go by whatever they see, honey. You got to watch what you put out there. We just see you berating women. I mean, that's kind of your stick, and that's kind of what gave you all this clout, right? So you got to expect a certain amount of that. So I don't know if he's ever been on the Breakfast Club. More than likely not, but that is a kind of a strange occurrence, D.J.Envy. I mean, there must be 6 or 7 billion names you can call yourself, and they called you D.J.Envy. Usually, people pick up a handle for a reason. There's got to be some reason why you pick up a handle. People call you Slim. They used to call me in the street life Jabber because I used to talk so much in jail, and somebody in jail just called me Jabber, and then the whole damn jail was calling me Jabber. And when I got to the street, that was my name. So I went for years and years as Jabber, but there was a reason that I was called Jabber, right? Jabber Jaws. It was just plain Jabber. I didn't start using my real name again until I got back on here. And that's the reason really why when I came onto YouTube, most people will use a handle, right? I didn't want to use no handle because I hadn't used my real name in so many years. I took pride. My name is Timothy Blaine, honey. The hell with the repercussions. I hope everyone's having a good evening. Hi, Deborah Mitchell. How are y'all? I have to share blessings with Uncle Tim. Oh, I appreciate that, brother. I really do. Timothy, I have you have Metro PC. Ain't no shame in getting Metro PCS. That's another thing about these labels, honey. Now I'm an old dude. I use my phone to dial a number. Usually the number is inside my phone, right? So all of the apps that are on there that are presented, I don't use any of them. So why am I going to go get an iPhone and end up paying $120 a month for a damn telephone when all I'm going to do is just dial a number and I don't talk on the phone? I talk to the guy y'all see on here sometime, Gamage. We talk once a day, and that's about it. Every couple of weeks, I call my family. That's it. So it was ridiculous for me to have these big phone bills or buy these expensive telephones, but I'm not going to use them, right? But that's another label thing. A lot of people who have these iPhones don't need them. Now, it's a great thing if you actually use the phone. It depends on what are your uses, right? And these young people, I guess they use all these different apps. I know they go to the store and just wave it across the thing and all this shit. I would never use any of that, honey. So Metro works for me. Metro works for me. It don't change. I just watched Tasha K interview. He is who we think he is. He is who we think he is. Kevin Samuels, he says he describes himself, as, particularly when people question him about his sexuality, as being unique. So he also brought out his yearbook from high school to say, look how many people say they're unique. Look at that one. He said he's unique too. He said he's unique. Kevin Samuels, I guess they're buying what you're selling, honey. Don't panic. You ain't got to go suing nobody for defamation. And both of you guys could be telling the truth. That's right, Marsha. Marsha Cleveland says, so Kevin can talk to women like dogs, but nobody can say his name, please. That's crap. Right. Consider what he says about people. Shit. Somebody told me, you degrading the black man. What does he do for a living? I mean, he's out here talking shit about people all day, every day. Oh, they did Google him. They say that they couldn't find anything even on his LinkedIn. Right. They couldn't find him that he's graduated from college. He says he made a choice. I went to college, but I didn't like it, so I went and worked as a waiter. Now, talk about spin. How you gonna make sense that you dropped out of college so you could be a waiter? Just say you dropped out, man. You know, it wasn't because you saw career opportunity as a waiter. Anyway, everything is spin, honey. I love your name, Uncle Timothy Blaine. That's me. Jabba Jaws is dead. We killed him. I started to write a novel called, I ain't write today either. I got to get on it. I started to write a book called Jabber is Dead. God killed him. God killed him, honey. Mm-hmm. He has a $20,000 boot collection. What? He did a video on it. A lot of them are high heel. Baby, ain't that like putting on them boots, girl? You going to the club? Soon you put on them damn boots, baby. You be high stepping. $20,000 boot collection. What's this man on here bragging about labels, of course? I guess it all ties into his business, honey. You want to teach people to dress to impress. Don't just tell them to go out and buy a bunch of labels, honey. Shit, you're going to break these people. You need to be developing a style. A person with real style, they can go into the Goodwill and come out looking like $1 million. They can go anywhere. You can go to the Gap. You ain't got to spend the exorbitant amounts of money if you really develop a style for yourself, honey. Just buying a bunch of labels, you spend a lot of money. Then next year, the shit is not fashionable no more. It's too trendy. But people who have the money to burn, I mean, if you have it, I guess it's okay to spend it. Okay. Let me see. Let me get over here. I think I might have missed you guys. D.J.Envy is such a dummy. Is Hermes. Did I spell it wrong? Okay. I'll go in there and check it and change it, Deborah Mitchell. I don't mind when people correct me on this spelling stuff. I'm a terrible speller. And spell check doesn't pick up everything. I'm sure spell check don't know what a Hermes is. So there's no hyphen in there. I've never been in this store. I thought it was big. I thought it was big in Europe. But I see there's stores all over the place now. You spelled it right? Somebody says spell it right? Okay, now I got to go look it up. Okay. Mm-hmm. Berber Jones. Okay, a personal shopper. They do have those. Or maybe it's a personal shopper and they kick back. I don't know why a man would go in there and buy 5 of the same belt buckle though. So it is a very good chance that he's getting kickbacks from some of these fashion places. Now he got $20,000 worth of boots. Where are you going, brother? You got that. So that doesn't even include the shoes. And since you're primarily in suits, then you don't even I mean you don't wear boots with suits, do you? So your shoe collection is probably a lot bigger than your boot collection. You see why women might have a problem with all this, right? Because generally speaking, the woman gets the big closet. Sometimes they even turn a bedroom into nothing but closet for their shoes and their jewelry and all that. And then when they design master bedrooms, they'll give this woman the big walk-in closet, and there'll be a second closet, his and hers closet. But his is always, always, always smaller, right? You can see how people might find this troubling. You got more heels than me, honey. Shit. I just imagine he would be a very difficult person to live with. I probably there's some compulsive disorder. I'm sure everything is very neatly placed. I'd like to see apartment tour because he looks like he might have some style there. I wonder how he actually lives. Is unique. Is unique a citrus? Is unique a new sexual orientation, or is it something that you have to discuss? You know, sometimes on an application it'll say, "We'll discuss." Have you ever been convicted of a felony? And you'll say, "We'll discuss." You answer a goddamn question, motherfucker. No, we'll discuss privately. I can explain. Is a cancer survivor. He's a cancer survivor. So he don't never talk about anything negative. So he was actually diagnosed in college. All right. I'm not really hating on the dude. I'm just becoming aware of him. I'm hoping I'm not going to start following him. People say don't watch too much because you'll get hooked. Go in there and watch the presentation, you know. It's well spoken, you know. Carpetbagger. Now, a true businessman is always at work, right? So, no, the thing that Envy saw, I wouldn't necessarily doubt that, unless he had suggesting he had flyers and he was out there. Excuse me, man, would you like me to be a personal shopper? Excuse me, man. I mean, with all of that kind of stuff out of the store, obviously he does shop there as well, or he is given these things. Probably a combination of both, right? So Envy could have easily saw him talking to people outside the store. But if I walk out the store, I'm supposed to ignore people. Obviously, I mean, I've even been stopped on the street. Are you Timothy Blaine? I see you. I see you. So he's got 800,000 people. So in a city like Atlanta, it's not surprising that somebody would approach him. And it's not surprising that he would give them his card. What businessman in a business like that is walking around without a card? So it might have been the interpretation of D.J.Envy. I'm sure if that's what kind of case his lawyer, if it ever went to court, something like that would be a waste of money though. But if it ever went to court, that's the kind of argument his attorney would make, I'm sure. Thank you, Nicole Reloaded. How you doing? How you doing, honey? One, come out. Two, be respectful. Stop panhandling. Come out, be respectful, and stop panhandling. Does he ask for money? Is he one of the money grubbers? He said on Pastor K last night he didn't do all that. So we can't go exclusively by the subscriber count, right? Because the man got 850,000 people, they always bring that number up. That's a number that's kind of important to other YouTubers and things like that. It comes down to how many people are actually watching you, though, right? So the views is what's important, but his views are in the 100,000. So he's doing very well on YouTube. Now I don't know if that making that on YouTube is that enough to be out there buying furs and $20,000 worth of shoes and all this stuff. I don't know. I don't know what it translates into. I think he'll probably start, if he got any sense, he'll start getting endorsements very soon. May as well. You don't know when honey got in so quickly. One little boy, you been in the bookstore some damn where, come forward, and your whole thing come crashing down. Why? Because you lied. But while he's up there, some people get up there and stay up there. Mm-hmm. Look at PewDiePie. What's he got? 100 something million people? And all he's doing is playing video games. So he must spend a lot of money, though. All this stuff. Now, let me tell you this, Cameron Samuels, in case you peep in here. Sometimes these people, you think, well, whatever, they ain't got time to be looking at your ugly ass. But sometimes if their name appears in the title, they will look in, right? Or someone will send them over there or whatever. What the hell did I just Grace say? I had an important thought. I'll tell you this, Kevin Samuels. I don't remember. It'll come back. When the you get after you cross 60, the memory starts having blips. Senior moments, they call them. He didn't even have 50K viewers last year, right? This is all happening this year. He barely even had enough time to get out there and spend the money. But you need to slow down on the spending, brother. You don't need to be out there buying no $1,000 belt buckles. If you're just building your channel, you know. $1,000 worth of belt buckles. Then he had bracelets, all different colors, all same bracelets, all different colors. Then he put one up. He put one up and said, "Just pick this one up, New York." Solid gold, I assume, with the label on it. Everything has to be a label. I don't know. I'm kind of disconcerted about all the label shit. It looks fine on women, gay boys, you know. But as far as serious business people, I think I'd be a little uncomfortable with if you come in there and you got Gucci this and big belt buckles and Hermes, and it seems a little shallow to me. Just a personal opinion. But I'm not a dresser though, so some people take it very seriously, honey. I have a friend, he used to just give me tennis shoes. I said, how you give me the damn shoes that they're all new? But he has so many tennis shoes, hundreds of pair, over 100 pair of tennis shoes, that he would just sometimes just go give some of them away. That's his thing. It's his money, honey. I'll take them, give them here. I don't know if I'm gonna wear all this stuff, but ladies, y'all can't judge him. You know you got a 50 pair of shoes. Mm-hmm. How is defamation to say that he used to hustle for clients before he built his brand? Okay, it'll be before he built his brand. Well, he had to be big enough for D.J.Envy to even recognize who he was, right? So he had to have a presence on here. I don't think he would mention a person who only had a few subscribers. They're all he's in sales. So that's not surprising to me. But for him to take the stand that is defamation, he could have simply said, so I gave somebody my car, what's the big deal? You know, and nipped it in the bud. So both of them are pretty big. So I don't know if they're going to be bothered with no petty beefs. He's already got his hands full with Omar. Bella said, dude is lame. So you're in the envy car. Lord have mercy. And he's not that young, really. I mean, was he 51? It seems like a little bit more youthful way of seeing things. I mean, with all the labels and I mean, these gay kids, they're very much into that purses and bags and all this stuff. So it is a little bit feminine, Kevin Samuels, a little bit obsessive, but people do what they do. If you can afford to do it, don't spend all your money though, buddy. You don't know when that damn thing, that plane can come crashing down. And you sit up here with a bunch of goddamn belt buckles and you ain't saved no money. Mm-hmm. Okay. Nicole, will you and Uncle Tim unblock my friend, beloved princess? I very rarely block anybody. I only block those two dead people. But when I go to my settings, I don't see anybody other than them being on there as being blocked. So moderators, if you guys know more about it than I do, maybe you can help this person out. Somebody else gave me an email. Was it last week saying that they were blocked? Even Bless Watkins said she was blocked a long time ago. I said, well, I don't see you being blocked, girl. I don't know how to access everything on here, though. Like I said, I'm real basic, real simple, honey. Real simple. Gwendolyn's gone. Okay. Nicole, okay. Let me see. People haven't worked in a year, have spent all their skinny. Wait a minute. Okay. Get behind me, Satan. People haven't worked in a year, have spent all their semi-COVID vaccines. Okay. So the COVID vaccine money. Now, no gas. Kevin being nasty is giving them a way to vent frustration. Okay, they coming on there. Okay, get him, Kevin. I think that's still just something he bumped into. And y'all start watching him, honey, and pumping him up, to talk about the ladies. Has he paid? Oh, has he paid his back child support yet? Kevin, what auntie? What is it, auntie? Auntie up? Auntie up? Oh, auntie might have some issues with the child support, back child support. What she's saying is, have you taken care of your business, right? The debts you accumulated when you were not doing so well just a year ago, and the child support. So thankfully, he only has one child, right? But if he's behind in the child support, whatever. Okay, now there's things that come along with this fame of yours, Kevin Samuel. Don't let these ex-wives get pissed off. Take care of your business, honey. Because Tasha K will have him sitting right there. Break it down, honey. I caught him. I saw him in the act. They ran him out of Houston. Kevin got real issues. They ran him out of Houston. Lord have mercy. He must be an interesting character because, like I said, a week ago, I didn't even ever heard of him. And now I did 3-4 videos about him. He was spraying cologne on this last video. He sprayed the, which one is it? Ooh, I don't know the name. Some high-end store or whatever. Don't spend all your money, brother. I like to see the home tour. It looks like maybe he's in a high rise or something like that, which is fine. He's single, so he ain't got to buy no real estate. But I like to see his style reflected in his living environment, since that's where my interests lie. Nicole, you were saying, okay. What else is happening? They ran him out of Houston. All that stuff. I guess they had to go get him a U-Haul. Atlanta, accept any damn body nowadays. So the man lives in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the Down Low Brothers. I'm sorry, that's just Suge. That's just the Salt and Suge. Hey, Carl Johnson. Shar Johnson, like Charlene. Hi. He's out of Houston. Nobody knows. Well, are the stories going to start popping up from Houston now? He's going to have to. I mean, as the more popular he's becomes, he's going to have to fend off whatever stories are in the background. They're all going to come out. They may already be out. He may be all past all this stuff, but if the whole career has only lasted a year, I mean, a year is nothing. A year is zero, particularly when we've been basically on lockdown for most of that year, right? So I know he liked to play the soft, sexy music. My question is, how are they getting away with playing all this music? Now, I know a lot of people who get a lot of cash apps and super chats. They don't care about the AdSense, so they're willing to play music because they really are not in it for the Google check. They're getting it directly through Cash App and so forth. But I didn't see a lot of his Cash Apps going off during his any of his videos, and he got over 100,000 people watching. Just naturally, there's going to be some, but he may have them blocked where we can't see what kind of money he's pulling in there. But if I had 100, 200,000 people watching me, I doubt that I would go and fuck off my channel so I can play somebody else's music. But he got music in all of his videos. Now there are lists of some music we can use, but his seems to be more personal. Soft music, candlelight, high fashion, diamonds, the whole thing, right? Mm-hmm. Let me fix your image. If he doesn't show the least, there's no anybody's apartment. If he doesn't show the least, that's anybody's apartment. Maybe he owns it. If you're spending that kind of money on bullshit, on clothing and stuff, maybe he's making more money than we know about. I don't know how you can be making all that much money in 1 year if you're playing music on your videos, so they're being demonetized. That's just dumb. And even Tasha K when he was saying that he didn't want to be advertising things on his channel, he didn't want to give that impression. She was saying, "Oh no, honey, get your money." She didn't agree with him on that. So you have to ask, well, how are you getting paid? We assume that he is getting paid, but how, honey? There's some dude on here, if you put his name in there, who was showing his court documents showing that what was it 2005 or something like that? He was making less than $1,000, like $900 a month kind of thing. So this is nouveau riche. These are new coins. But no, don't get your channel, don't demonetize your channel so we can listen to some goddamn Earth, Wind, and Fire. I know those things come down quick. They're bots in there instantly. They're demonetized when you play other people's music. Somebody says he does some kind of consulting thing and charges a large price for these personal. I just don't know who needs a goddamn image consultant. I don't know. Maybe it's just a personal shopper. Maybe that's what it is. You think my shirt is sexy, Sable? Oh, when I was in Atlanta, they said it was old and run down. Like I found it in the trash can or something. That was strange. I just bought it the same day I got on the plane. Okay, left-handed Libra. He gets a lot of super chats. I've seen it myself. He will stop a broadcast if they don't send it. Okay. So, okay. Excuse me. Wait a minute. He gets a lot of super chats. I've seen it myself. He will stop a broadcast if they not sending enough. Okay. Well, that would explain it. It must not be showing up though. He can block that easily. A lot of people like Tommy, they like to keep it rolling by so you can see how much money they're making. I guess it's just a matter of personality, personal choice. But I ain't mad at nobody for getting paid. They can get paid. I saw on the one video I watched. I only watched it about the Envy issue, so I still haven't really sat through a whole thing. But he was saying if he didn't get enough likes, he would stop talking until they got the likes up. He living on no stimulus check. Shit, he spent the stimulus check just in them belt buckles. Gwendolyn. Ooh. Shirt is sexy, but please don't show us your skin. Oh, okay, excuse me. I'll be like Kevin. No, you'll be getting a tie too. Cover it up, bitch. Don't show us, girl. Y'all gonna have to suffer through it, honey. Ain't nothing wrong with mother. I look decent for 63. I look decent, and I ain't trying to screw nobody, so it really shouldn't matter. Shut up, barbershop. If you don't shout out to the barbershop, it's because you didn't pay for the cut. If you don't shout out to the barber shop, that'd be a good way for a barber to advertise, don't you think? Since he gets it looks like he gets a haircut every 3 or 4 days. He might have a deal worked out. We don't know what's going on with that dude. I still think he's arrogant, and I still think that basically that whole thing with this arrogant way he treats women, I still think it was borrowed from Tommy Sotomayor, and I don't know that it's even real. It doesn't seem to fit in with the rest of his personality. He seems to be more obsessed with things and looks and that kind of thing. He's then stumbled into this relationship advice. I would say, Kevin, if you're going to be giving relationship advice, this is going to be your new stick. Get yourself a relationship. Show, don't talk. Show us, honey. Talk to these old people that have been with the same person for 50 years. Now they can give you a relationship advice because they have been through, honey. Let me go back a little bit. I heard a cologne at Macy's during Christmas time. That would fit in with this whole image thing. And all that fits in. You can take Kevin Samuels and you can stick him in Macy's or Neiman Marcus and just put him in the woman's perfume. He would fit right in. I mean, that's the look, right? Tight ass fitting clothes and stuff, child. If you're into that anyway, a lot of people in department stores, they only went there because they like to shop. They spend their whole paycheck just on clothes. Right? It's hard to pay your rent with what you get at Macy's. That's pushing right up close to minimum wage retail. So if he's doing better, another internet success. We applaud all these other ones, Jeffree Star and all these guys. They become multimillionaires. Why not? But you have to have a certain amount of personality in order to make this thing work. I mean, you're not really selling anything that's all that valuable. But if people just like watching you, if you can hold their attention, then I'd say you're doing well. Right? Were you? Okay. Let's see if everybody's new. Is anybody on here new? Your home looks lovely. Thank you. It's so good to get out of my bedroom. I've been in there for a whole damn year. For a whole damn year. Eat in there, watch TV in there, on the computer in there. So. Uh-oh, here we go. Wait a minute. Hold on. D.J.Envy is so light, he nearly white. Gotta wear shades just to look at him. Ooh, brown butter. What's going on, brown butter? He's so light, he damn near white. He looks Puerto Rican or something to me. I mean, I'm not all into all the race stuff. He says he's black, right? He doesn't look black. He looks, Spanish. Or maybe he's part Spanish or something like that, Hey, he says he does a lot of speaking engagement. Oh, the speaking engagements. Okay. Yeah, he said he was getting on a plane to go somewhere. Even when he was with Tasha yesterday, he said he was on a plane to go somewhere. I think that might have been pre-recorded, though. The Tasha K thing. They were advertising it for a week or so. I think he's faking it to make it. Well, isn't that what image is all about? Look like it, even though you don't got it. Never seen him with a woman or any friends. Where are the high-value men? He claims to know. I don't. Anti up. You say you've never seen him with a woman or any friends. Where are the high-value men he claims to know? I don't know that high-value people, they have time to be sitting around talking about bracelets and stuff like that. But yeah, he seems to be promoting all these what's a high-value man? What do you mean high-value? High-value because he makes a little extra money. So he says that's part of it. He got it all broken down, how many parts and statistics and all this kind of shit. high value. It doesn't sound like it's all that many of them around, though, honey. There's only a very few riding around here in Maseratis. I'll tell you that. But we can easily see that his thing is just looks. I mean, I don't care how much money he's making. He don't need to be having all of these, 100 pairs of boots, 100 pair of shoes, all these different bracelets, all of them the same kind. You got diamonds and all this stuff. You don't need to be spending money like that, China. That's saying you're from the projects. That's saying you from the projects, you ain't used to that money. But now he might just be getting some money now finally after, scrubbing for year after year after year, barely making it. And now he's finally getting some money. So now he's taking pride in buying all these things, which I guess is fine. It'll wear off. You start wanting more important things. You start looking at those Lamborghinis for yourself. And this thing here, this YouTube stuff is so fickle. Here today, gone tomorrow, right? So I don't think you should be spending every dime you get. Jade, he white and black, but he is honorary Dominican in the show. Okay, he is the honorary Dominican. So he's Dominican, he's white and black. So Dominican is black. I don't know. I don't really care about all that kind of stuff. I don't think nobody's better because they're black or they worse because they're white or anything. I mean, what kind of person are you? I watch this show sometimes. Charlamagne's the most interesting. But I just thought it was kind of interesting that he would go after him like that. Unless he actually believed he saw what he saw. Okay. His family is from the Caribbean. Damn, there's another place. Okay. Brown butter, he is a white parent. Okay, he has a white parent. His family is from Caribbean. I mean, he's just one of those kind of people you can't tell what nationality he is. Just that they're in New York, you assume people are black and Puerto Rican. He looks Puerto Rican to me, but he could easily be some other kind of Latin person. He didn't appear, but I've seen plenty of people who look that way, and they're just black and white. They're just biracial. I don't know how important it is. Our family, we've always had different races in our family, so we are mixed punch. In fact, I think my mother said that her grandfather was white. I mean, obviously I'm not white, but she said her grandfather was white. So then she was light skinned, and then I guess when she mixed with whoever the hell my father was, I come out this color. But we had all different colors, all different kinds, and selling men's suits. Mm-hmm. Well, he discovered the internet. I mean, aren't we all on the internet? Isn't this the new thing? If it wouldn't be, I don't know what I was doing before I started messing with this YouTube thing. What was I doing? I don't remember. Oh, I was writing all the time then because I had nothing else to do. Right. So yeah, their fortunes being made on here. It's a new way of doing things. It all comes down to, can you hold people's interest? Do they want to watch you? So I think it may be just a personality thing with him, and also that Tommy Sotomayor thing. That stick, it's worked for him for years, and he's been watching him for years. So I think he's just piggybacking on that, a new and improved version of it. Black folks can have any skin tone, right? Yeah, we got dark skinned people. My uncles were dark skinned, but they came from the same mother and the same father, and some are dark skinned and some are light skinned. So they say, I guess sometimes you skip a generation. I have a sister who is light skinned, and I've seen this look a lot of times. She's light skinned and she's got sandy blonde hair. She always had that. I guess it's darkened a little bit now. I don't know if she shades it or whatever. But I said, well, she doesn't look like the rest of the guys, rest of the people in there. Whatever. Brown butter as a white parent. Okay. Okay, D.J.Envy hit the nail on the head. Became a victim. Anytime you get popular, you're gonna have a certain amount of that, honey. People, and then people do get jealous. Even though Envy is on that popular show, and I'm sure he's making a good living. I think Envy's a good business person too. I mean, he's got his wife's pregnant with his 6th kid, so he got to make a good living. He's successful in his own right, and I think he does seminars on real estate or something like that. But that don't mean that you're above being jealous. I mean, why did the question comes back? Why did they call you D.J.Envy? Envy, envy, envy. All right, guys. Listen, thanks for coming in. I enjoyed your company today. Y'all break my day up. Right? So have a good night. Later.